I think when you're looking at education, which I think is what that question essentially gets at, it's having really high standards. So when it comes to those things, is you want to have high expectations and you want to have great teachers. I think if you have those two things, everything else is kind of the paperwork, the business work out there. So I don't think we should walk away from high standards. I know there's always tough times when we first get started along a path that you're going to get criticism saying, hey, students aren't doing as good. But I think over time, people will fight and they'll exceed what we're asking for and they'll go for those high standards. And I think the other thing I'm looking at is when it comes to education, I think we're proud of our local control we have here in the state of Arizona. So right here in Arizona, we leave it to the local school districts to set the curriculum here in the state. And I always thought that local control is one of the great things where you can have the teachers or the parents going in, meeting with the teachers, meeting with the administrators and saying, hey, this is what we feel is important for going on, but you still all know what the standards are that the state is setting at a high level. And also, I think that when you're looking at things, when you're looking at that local control, I know I've been pushing back and saying, hey, we don't want the federal government telling what us do, what we're going to do. So we maintain that local control, have high standards, hiring great teachers to go into the classrooms and train, make sure the kids are reading by the 3rd grade, and all that stuff comes together, we're going to have a great result.
I love that question. You see I'm leaning in?
Yes.
I oppose Common Core. Whatever you want to call it, it is disastrous for our education system. And you want to change the name. The principle is an overreach by the federal government that's being allowed in this state, and it is wrong. It is very damaging to our education system. I base that on this thing. If you want good schools, you want great schools, you hire and hold accountable teachers. You hire great teachers, but also you hire great principals. You want control of our schools to be in the hands of our local community. Who in Washington, which is what Common Core is, where it originates, can tell us, we in Arizona, the best way to educate our children. We're 50 states. We're not a democracy. We are a representative republic composed of 50 states, the United States of America. I'm on my soapbox, I realize this, because I'm very passionate about it. But here's the thing. Common Core is creeping socialism. That's what I say, and I call it that, okay? It's overreached by the federal government. The teachers I have talked to, I have 3 teachers in my family, 2 of whom have retired. They were quality teachers because of Common Core. And I have a niece who is still teaching. I hope I don't get her in trouble. But the thing is, I have met teachers. I've gone around my district. I've been knocking on doors, and I've been meeting many retired teachers who all say the same thing. What's happening now is the reporting requirement is so great that they no longer have the adequate time to prepare for classes and to spend time with their students. What they're doing is reporting, and they're talking about what they're doing rather than doing. So we need to get rid of Common Core. We need to get rid of it quickly, and we need to truly return the state and our schools to local control.